match point from taking 2-0 against Aura Fire. Will Aura Fire bounce back? This is the perfect time to do so because as of yet, Aura Fire has the better twos compared to game 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Mobile Legends, and we are heading into game number 2 between BTR versus Aura Fire.
Right, BTR, let's remember they're one game up. They can be a bit more experimental, and oh my goodness, I didn't want to be right, but Super Ken's on Uranus.
Come
that
on,
right.
man. Like,
oh no.
okay.
Hey, hear me out. Uranus jungle like farms surprisingly fast.
I guess, you know, with the Ionic Shield, kind of do this well, and as long as you're hitting jungles, you are getting those stacks. But speaking of harassments here, Super Ken just taking advantage of those Ionic Shells' stacks here to kind of apply pressure. And Van, well, can't he do much here? But Super Ken, oh, okay, he misses sidestep. It's all good. You know, he needs to build up his stack a little bit more. But for now, Aura Fire, they have to dodge all these fights. There's just no way they can kill a Uranus this early on.
The fact that, you know, he being the jungler, being able to get those like items, he's going to be really unkillable. Combo with the hot guard, I'm really worried for Aura Fire and their composition, even though it's better. But High already forced to flicker early on, so that is like basically their main source of engagement. Flicker with the final slash is out of the picture for this turtle take.
Yeah, I think the win condition here coming from both Aura Fire and Biggotron Alpha is a little bit more fast now. That Biggotron Alpha, all they gotta do is snowball with this Angela Uranus, right? But when it comes to Aura Fire, all they gotta do is just buy time. Hold that thought for now. Flicker, full charge, boom, one shot. Kimura cannot disengage here, and this is how you play the Kadita composition. No purifies, best time for Kadita. However, Van, they're a little bit cheeky. They are going to try and steal away the purple buff from this Uranus, and I would say it's a big dub considering that Van will be able to get it, but the turtle still a little bit too slow. But nope, Ken already takes it down very quickly as well.
I don't think it's worth when Super Ken can just invade your jungle and take your purple away.
Can they kill him though? I don't think they can actually kill Super Ken. Look at him, he's just building his stacks, he's building his regen. What can you do? But at the same time, here comes the hot guard, boom, instant full health, and he's gonna try and build up his Ionic Shells as well. 2 stacks on Van. Van cannot continue. He's gonna try and disengage, but at the same time, from behind, Kimura could not chain up the combo. Zerizo goes in for Ultra, saves the day. He will sacrifice his life for Super Ken, but they do trade 1-for-1. Van for Zerizo, absolutely worth it in the hands of Biggotron Alpha.
Absolutely. This is really what I worry about. I feel like Biggotron's Alpha, this bullying, this is not good.
Oh no, Vin! Oh my goodness, Kabuki! You're looking at the wrong direction. Surprise, Vin goes in for the one shot, and now Van is gonna try and trade off his life as well, and that's gonna be a little bit of a overextension coming from Biggotron Alpha. They trade 1-for-1, so that's gonna be a little bit of a glimmer of hope for Aura Fire. That's what they need.
Yep, I think overall, Super Ken just overstaying his welcome. Yes, Uranus, but you still, even though you're jungle Uranus, you still need time to farm out. Zerizo getting like pushed out lane. Kimura wants some form of revenge, but no, wild charge onto Kimura. Hardguard is ready, but I don't think both teams are gonna force the issue.
This isn't too bad of a matchup coming from Zerizo.
Yeah.
Like, damage versus damage is great, you know. Damage on the Bakio means you can one-shot people, but damage on Zerizo means that I can do damage and also be tanky. So that's pretty much the good side about Zerizo, but at the same time, look at bottom lane. Okay, as soon as I said that, Kimura gets the outplay here, but once again, Super Ken being a nuisance here. He's gonna try and buy time. Hardguard comes in, tries to steal the purple buff, and he does! No purple buff from Van! Oh my goodness, you hate to see it on this lane, and BTR, they're just going out of control. Turtle secured. Now Aura Fire, they need to make moves across the map here. In this case, BTR, they're not even collapsing on the turtle buff. They're just mirroring Aura Fire, not giving them the space that they need to get farm in this game.
They're not too far behind in terms of the gold lead, but it's really going to come down to Van being able to like steal objectives way, but with no purple buff on this lane. This is cooking really long. Super Ken taking a fair bit of damage. Hardguard is not available.
Beautiful final slash this time as well. Stops him with the retribution. That's gonna be Sukimura going for the chain as well, and he gets the flicker out. Very nicely done coming from Aura Fire high with the perfect timing to set up for Van to steal the turtle. So this is a little bit of glimmer of hope, but it is still 50-50. So I would say this is as close as it gets. It comes down to execution. However, let's talk about the win condition late game here. Kabuki versus Saken. Now, Saken, one level ahead means that Aura Fire needs to find a way to secure Kabuki's farm towards the later stage of the game.
Well, here's the thing. In order to enable Brody, he has to farm kills. But as I see that Vin taking out beautiful Feather Strike from Aura Sin.
Oh, nicely done coming from Aura. Because as of yet, Super Ken slowly losing his strength as well. He's getting chased down all the way through now with the final slash to force the hard gun in. Super Ken just not getting the stacks that he needs to actually do damage. He's tanky enough, but Aura Fire, all they gotta do is just kite him around. But High, he's taking a little bit too much. High, he might actually die here, but bottom lane, they finally take down High. Zorizo as well, gonna be taken down. And this is the timing that Aura Fire has been looking forward to here. They've got their items and they are back in action now. Kabuki versus Saken, 1v1. He's a little bit trouble, but can he get out? BTR, they've got him trapped. He's stuck. Can he get out? No, he cannot. The Petrify comes in, and that's going to be Vin that takes him out. And Bigatron, they lose the side lanes, but they secure the win for Saken. Tier 1 on the top side, they mowed down, and Sid trying to clear the minutes, denying it away. So BTR will have to settle with just that. Kimura, Saken. Oh, okay, he's fine.
Saken saving his dash just because like the threat of the Paquito is still a thing. He does have damage. But overall, I think what Aura Fire needs to play around is the timing of the Heart Guard. You only got one Heart Guard, you only can protect one person, whether it's protecting Saken or protecting Ken. You gotta be the choice. Right now, it's up and available. They're aware of this.
The final charge, the wall charge actually missed, and now they are gonna get chained down. Super Vin loses his life. Zorizo so forced to back off, but the Turtle, that was his final two bar. Who's gonna win the retribution battle? It's gonna be Fan that comes up on top of Ken now. He's gonna get kited out. Even with the hard gun, there's absolutely nothing they can do. So much penetration coming from Aura Fire, and BTR, they're crumbling. They got caught off, and they are gonna go down. And it's Aura Fire finally bounces back.
Well, this is the time for them to shine. If you have to out-damage Uranus, like no matter what situation, it was working out early on, but I think that earlier, like first time he died was the opening that Aura Fire was looking for to climb back towards this game. Kumara's damage, Sin has sufficient damage. I think overall really great. Oh, Zorizo, wild charge missing. Heart Guard also expanded. He'll be able to get out, but he'll potentially. Oh, okay, he clears it out by basically that top turret will fall eventually.
Oh boy, that is very, very difficult here. The fourth Heart Guard available out of Bigatron Alpha. That means more room on the side lanes. But look at this, Aura Fire. They've finally reached a stage where they've got so much penetration to do with tankiness coming from Zorizo, the tankiness coming from Super Ken. And look at this, Kimura is gonna try to set things up with High as well. And the moment this catch and this fight breaks down, Bigatron Alpha does not have the CC if Zorizo doesn't connect his wall charge, and that's going to be a little bit of mishaps coming in. And Aura Fire, they're finally getting the space they deserve. They are going to play this safe and dodge the fight, but pay attention to this. Van was under pressure throughout the entirety of the fight, and Super Ken now one level behind against Van, and he's gonna be trying to open up the map, but he's just no longer able to. Think about it.
Here, like assassins will definitely farm way faster than the Uranus. Let's close the argument right there. And the fact that Van wasn't punished enough during like the start of the game, he only died once, which is still manageable. Wall charge onto its camera, force the flicker. He still has his combo. He'll be all right, and just so much mobility, able to get away.
Okay, the Lord Dance coming in. Super Ken getting caught out. Instant Heart Guard to connect here. Where's the team? They're not here to actually fight this fight, but the Feather Airstrike being baited out means that BTR can actually interject now. And this is the perfect time. Can they get the catch? Because as of yet, they force out the raw phase on the sides here. So that's no burst potential coming from Bigatron Alpha. So both sides still and they stalemate right now. Kimura slowly making his way towards the turtle as well. Ken getting pulled off in the final slash. He gets this position, but he needs to heal himself up. Meanwhile, Aura Fire, they're holding the Lord hostage here. They need to get the reset. Rizzo not letting them off the hook, but they just can't seem to find the damage. They need to find the reset. And as of yet, Aura Fire with this poke tactic is working out in their favor. And they are gonna be sold out. They're waiting for the next half god, and Super Ken finally shows in. He needs to make an attempt. Can he get the retribution? No, he cannot. He's a little bit too far off now with the rock face. He connects on multiple one here. Coming with, they take down Kabuki, BTR. They need to get out, and Aura Fire, they've lost too much in this place. They got the objective, they got the Lord, but to what avail, because BTR will get heroes and they finally find the space. And Kai, great outplay here. He's gonna be able to get out, but Kai... Okay, he's got the slow, but Super Ken, does he want this though? But it seems like he's gonna zone out for his teammate. Tier 1 is gonna be way to go. Kimura is gonna be here to respond, but wall charge fights him from the side. Kai will be the one to fall, and that's gonna be Aura Fire losing yet another member to the hands of Bigatron Alpha.
Yeah, Super Ken, unfortunately losing on the retry battle, considering the level difference. But yeah, basically 2 levels under Van. But Bigatron Alpha, they have damage from their other cores, and Aura Fire was not ready for that. Even though they secured the Lord, this is the first Lord of the game. Bigatron Alpha will just be able to clear it out. I don't think it will even collide with their tier 2.
Yep, this is as close as it gets, because as of now, Kabuki is just an absolute monster when it comes to push and poke tactics, because as of now, the moment the puppets gets dropped from Saken, they have to commit to the fight from Bigatron. So if they're able to bait out those spells, the wall charge as well as the Hearts Guard, they're all Gucci for Aura Fire. So they can choose their fights a little bit more guerrilla warfare tactics. And that's something that I think Aura Fire will excel the most, especially when you have a Link in play as of now. But so far, beautiful defense coming from BTR, but look at this. They force out the pump, but oh, the Feather Airstrike zones off Win. He gets his regen, but can they actually get the catch? Because as of now, Vin, he's got his eyes looking for Saken, but Saken is just a little bit too far off right now.
As you can see from that defense, they don't lose in much in terms of infrastructure. And looks in terms of the item, this is a damage crop. There's a reason why Cerezo is not as tanky as you would like. He's going for damage against the Paquito, while Paquito's going for more sustain. And instantly, you can see Van having a much better time this game to almost 3k network up against the Uranus.
Yep, and as of yet, Saken already having a lot of items here. He's slowly progressing against Aura Fire. So that's something that I think they are going to be a little bit more worried here, because the moment Saken builds his max item slot, this is where things get very difficult for Aura Fire, because eventually he's got the attack speed, he's got the damage to zone out everyone from Aura Fire. But now we do see a pause coming in. That means they need to actually figure out what's going on. But this gives a little bit of breathing room for both teams to think, how do they win this game? Because both have very, very clear winning conditions and still achievable at this stage of the game.
Agree. I mean, like, also give us a moment to take a quick breath and step back and assess the situation. Was this Uranus jungle too experimental, or do they still have the tools, you know, the late game power spike they need to deal with the likes of Aura Fire?
Yeah, that's the thing, right? When it comes to the power spike, I would say both can play in the late stage game. They're both equally strong, but it comes down to who gets the first great engage, and that's going to be what dictates the tempo, right? So when it comes to this matchup, whoever gets the best first engage will have most likely 30% in their favor won in terms of the team fights. But that's the thing. Right now, at this stage of the game, it doesn't feel like that. It feels like whoever makes the first move, and if it's the wrong one, they pretty much lose the entire fight.
Yeah, instantly the Lord fight, even though that they were able to secure the Lord, like, I mean, Van was 2 levels up, had that retribution advantage, but instantly you can see BTR just collapsing onto the remaining members on the side of Aura Fire in an instant, just negating the damage from the Lord whatsoever. Of course, first Lord of the game, not gonna deal too much. We're actually going like for a bit of in-game pause. Do hang on tight. This is the last best of 3 we have, ladies and gentlemen, for tonight. And like, just sit tight and shout your predictions and show your support for the respective teams.
Yeah, but as of yet, Aura Fire finally getting the lead that they need, right? And you talked about 40,000 network DD, right? Like, it feels like Aura Fire, they may be leading, but I think in about 4 to 5 minutes time, the goal lead doesn't even matter. Everybody's gonna be the same here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a battle between Winter Drunken Swaps, Immortality. It will get into that stage because in terms of global presence, Aura Fire does have that first take initiative because you have a link, right? The global presence coming in from BTR pretty much plays around this Angela, catching people off guard with those hard guard. But at this stage, Super Ken isn't able to get out without being punished because of all this penetration coming from Aura Fire. You've got penetration coming from Hai, you've got penetration coming from Kimura, you've got penetration coming from Kabuki. Any of these heroes can take them down to set up for Van to actually potentially threaten him. So that's going to be a very awkward fight, especially if Bigatron is not prepared for this fight here. But as of now, they are going to force Aura Fire into them. And this is smart because having this Lord aggro means that they will have a little bit more room. However, bottom lane, Vin, he tries to make an attempt here onto his Van. Ralph Waves comes in, but Van, he does have the damage trust in him. They force the hard guard to save his life. So that's a big ultimate bait coming from Van. And this is perfect time for Aura Fire to say, I am going to hold this Lord hostage. And Super Ken not going to be able to get those aggro for now. That means Aura Fire, they will be able to force Bigatron in an awkward position, but it seems like they don't want to take the risk. They are going to wait on the lanes here to be shoved up, so it is going to be a reset. The Lord Dance coming from both sides.
I think Vin, even if he died earlier, he did his job. He forced out the Tempest of Blades from Van. But as I say that, the cooldown is back online. That's up for the taking. See Halbert purchased to deal with this Uranus as well as Angela, because he's gonna need as much like damage to shred through the armor of this Uranus.
At the same time, the Lord is about to collapse as well. They need the Lord Fate here, and that's gonna be Saken to steal the play. And now BTR, they're gonna go collapse onto his Aura Fire. They're not prepared for this wombo combo, and Super Ken completely overruns them with Saken. And now the pull yourself together comes in. Kimura cannot kill Saken at all. But at the same time, the Iron Sheik comes in. They do catch him off guard, but the Aura Fire, they will lose this fight. Beautiful stuff coming from BTR. What a clutch coming from Saken.
The fact that Saken, out of everyone, was able to secure the Lord Big W for Bigatron Alpha, and it's 1v2 trade. Van, Kabuki, their main source of damage, is out of the picture. Heartguard is available once again. Super Ken just zoning Aura Fire under the turrets.
Oh my goodness, look at the puppet Sin almost dying as well. Oh my goodness, Aura Fire. This is not looking good because Bigatron, like I said as well, drop one spell and if you're in it, you're it. It's over. Saken is gonna get completely run rampant here. Final side, full Super Ken in. Aka keeps him alive. But Turret, he's doing a little bit more damage, but they just don't have the combos. But no, Hai, he got caught out by Vin. He's gonna get taken down. The Lord instant channels his way through. But Vin, again, the back line. He fights another. They get Sin. They get Kimura. It's over. Aura Fire. They got caught off guard. And that is gonna be a clean 2-0 for Bigatron against Aura Fire.